Ever show up to a race, totally hyped, only to find out everyone else started 5 miles ahead and no one thought to tell you? Yeah, that feeling when you're sprinting like crazy and there's Chad just strolling by with a smoothie like it's a casual coffee run. What's up with that? Why is it always the same people winning while the rest of us are stuck on the sidelines, watching reruns of Life's Unfair? Let me get real for a sec. I once sent out resumes like confetti at a parade. Seriously, I thought my inbox would flood with "You're hired" emails any second. I got nothing but crickets. Meanwhile, my buddy literally made one call, got a hot tip, and snagged a job before I got my first call back. Not talent, not hustle, it was the secret playlist, the cheat codes they had that I didn't. Ever had a "wait, there was a race" moment? Drop a same in the comments if you've been there. Winning isn't about being better. It's about knowing the game and playing smarter, not harder. Think about it. Those winners have networks thicker than your grandma's secret cookie stash and connections smoother than butter melting on hot toast. Need a job? They've got 5 people on speed dial. Need advice? They're FaceTiming experts while you're stuck Googling how to adult. Your network? Probably your cat and that one cousin who still owes you money and ghosts your calls. And don't get me started on resources. These folks roll deep. With the latest gadgets, mentors coaching them like they're training for world domination, and enough coffee to fuel a spaceship. You're battling deadlines on a laptop older than dial-up, sipping instant coffee that tastes like pure regret. Wait till you hear about the time I spilled coffee on my laptop mid-deadline and still crushed it. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. Now, here's the twist. Experience is the real secret sauce. These people have fallen flat, wiped out, and bounced back so many times they basically have superpowers. They're playing 3D chess while you're stuck with checkers, but guess what? You can learn those moves. Know someone who's got those bounce back superpowers? Tag them below. They deserve the shout out. Think that's wild? Here's the game changer. You can join their club. It's not a secret society, it's just about learning the rules and hacking the system. And trust me, it's way easier than you think. Stick around, because next up I'm dropping the exact hacks to get that crown and do your victory dance like a pro. You don't want to miss it. Picture this. You buy fancy sneakers, sign up for the gym, and then you never go. Yeah, that's like wanting to win the game, but never bothering to learn the rules. It's not luck, it's strategy. And yes, I'm about to sound like a professor, but stick with me. This stuff actually works. Remember Aristotle? No, not the weird guy on TikTok, the ancient Greek philosopher. He said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Basically, winners don't get lucky. They build success like Lego sets, brick by brick. And you know how annoying it is when you lose one tiny Lego piece? Imagine losing your chance to win because you skipped one habit. Ever lost a Lego piece and just stared at the floor like it was a crime scene? Tell me your Lego horror story below. Here's a wild idea. Winners aren't just chasing goals, they run systems. Want to lose 10 pounds? You don't just cry over kale salads. You build a system. Prep meals, walk your dog, get enough sleep. The goal's the destination. The system, that's your GPS. Without it, you're just wandering like your Wi-Fi is down. Start tiny. Climbing Everest sounds insane. Start with tying your shoes. 1 push-up, 1 email, 1 page of a book. My cousin hated exercise, so she started dancing for 2 minutes a day. Now, she's basically a TikTok star with moves that make me look like a confused robot. Wait till you hear about Edison's 1,000 fails before the light bulb. If he quit after 10 tries, we'd still be sitting in the dark, swiping on phones that can't even shine a flashlight. Winners fail more than anyone else. So treat your failures like your personal comedy show. Laugh it off, learn, and keep going. I spilled coffee on my laptop right before a deadline. Quit? Nope. I switched to my phone and powered through. Ever had a coffee disaster? Drop your story below. I'm here for the laughs. And mindset, huge deal. Carol Dweck, the mindset guru, proved that believing you can improve literally rewires your brain. It's like a mental software upgrade. Turn off the I suck virus and install I'm a badass mode. Here's the deal. Winning isn't about being flashy. It's about stacking smart habits, rocking failures like badges, and believing you get better every day. Still here? Good, because next up, mental hacks and routines that'll blast you past those same 5 winners faster than your Wi-Fi on a good day. Ever notice how some people seem to have a cheat code for life? They're juggling work, side hustles, social life, and still hitting the gym, while you're just trying to get out of bed before noon. They're not superheroes. They just know how to play smart. Quick story. My friend Mike was the king of procrastination. One time, with a deadline looming, he finished an entire project while riding a bumpy bus. His secret? He hacked his brain to stop treating work like torture and started making it a game. If Mike can crush deadlines on public transit, so can you. Your brain loves patterns and routines. When you build daily rituals, your brain stops stressing about whether to do something. It just does it automatically. That's how winners keep winning. They don't wait for motivation, which vanishes faster than your phone battery. They run on habits. Here's a killer hack. The 2-minute rule. Heard of it? If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Reply to that email, wash that dish, stretch for 2 minutes. Suddenly, your to-do list shrinks and your brain feels way less cluttered. You start owning your day instead of letting it own you. So here I am. Chad's posting, just closed another deal on social networks. My phone's at 1%, and I just spilled coffee on my shirt. Life's throwing pies at my face. But hey, can't stop the pies, can't stop Chad, but I can pick up a napkin and keep going. And somehow, that's where the wins start. I once tried the 2-minute rule so hard that I did 50 tiny tasks and 0 real work. My day was full of random busy work. Lesson learned, it's a power tool, but don't turn into a squirrel chasing shiny distractions. Morning routines are game changers. Not saying you have to wake up at 5 a.m. and run a marathon, unless you want to, more power to you, but a simple ritual, like drinking water, stretching, or journaling 1 sentence, sets the tone. It's your mental warm-up before the day's game begins. Last thing, winners guard their energy like it's the last slice of pizza. Saying no to energy-draining stuff isn't rude, it's smart. If you're trying to be everything to everyone, you'll burn out before the race even starts. Protect your time like a treasure chest. What's one thing you say no to, even if it's tough? So yeah, these hacks aren't rocket science. They're just smart moves winners live by. Ready for the next level? Up next, we're busting myths about talent and showing why grit and grind beat natural-born skills every time. All right, let's get real. Ever heard someone say, "Oh, they're just naturally talented," and felt like they just threw the biggest insult your way? Like your whole life just got reduced to not gifted enough? Yeah, I've been there. Talent is seriously overrated. I remember watching some dude absolutely shred a guitar solo on YouTube thinking, no way I'll ever be that good. Then I found out he practiced 8 hours a day for years. 8 hours! That's basically a full-time job just to shred. Talent? Maybe a sprinkle. Mostly grind. Here's a truth from Angela Duckworth, the Grit Queen. Grit is passion and perseverance for very long-term goals. It's not about being the best right now. It's about showing up every day, even when Netflix is screaming your name louder than ever. That daily stubbornness, that's the secret sauce that separates winners from the maybe tomorrow crew. The so-called naturally talented folks, they got tired, gave up, and quit. The winners, they kept awkwardly failing, embarrassing themselves, and somehow got better every day. Think tortoise and hare, but the hare was too busy taking selfies. Ever stuck with something so long you embarrassed yourself but kept going? Share your awkward fail moment below. My buddy Jake wasn't born with a silver spoon or golden pipes. First karaoke night, crowd bailed early to get pizza. Did he quit? Nope. He sang every chance he got, even in the shower, with his dog as the only audience. Now, he's the guy everyone calls for the party playlist. Proof that grit beats talent. Let's sprinkle some Nietzsche. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Every fail, every no, that's your brain doing mental push-ups, getting buff. Here's the deal. You don't need to be born with skills or magic powers. You just need to refuse to quit. Want a secret? Almost every success story is someone who kept going when everyone else stopped. So stop waiting for the right moment or natural talent. Start showing up, keep grinding, and watch the world stop feeling so unfair. If you're still here, you're already on the path to beating the same old winners. Ever notice how some people walk into a room like they own the place? Their confidence level's on legendary, flexing without even trying. Meanwhile, you're standing there wondering, did I leave the stove on? Did I remember deodorant? Confidence isn't a genetic lottery. It's a mindset hack anyone can learn. I used to get so nervous talking to people. My brain felt like it was buffering. Then I learned confidence is basically fake it till you make it, with a splash of let's just try this and see what happens. Once I started pretending to be a confident boss, even when I felt like a squirrel on espresso, it actually worked. People believed me. And guess what? Soon, so did I. Here's a wild fact from psychologist Amy Cuddy. Just changing your body language for 2 minutes, think power poses, yes, like Wonder Woman, can literally rewire your brain to feel more confident. So next time you're sweating over a big pitch or interview, strike a power pose in the bathroom mirror. Weird? Yes. Effective? Heck yes. My friend Sarah was terrified of public speaking. Her first talk was such a disaster, she wanted to crawl under the table. But she kept pushing herself, using mindset hacks, deep breaths, power poses, and pep talks in the mirror. Fast forward a year, and she's rocking conferences like a boss. Moral: confidence isn't magic, it's practice. Look, life's gonna throw all kinds of crazy stuff your way. You can't control that, but you can control how you react. Instead of freaking out with, what if I mess up? Try thinking, what if I totally crush this? Honestly, your brain doesn't even know the difference between fake confidence and the real deal. It just goes with whatever vibe you give it. So why not feed it some boldness and watch yourself surprise the heck out of everyone, including yourself? Ever tried a power pose or pep talk? Drop a comment if you're ready to own your confidence. Biggest takeaway: winning starts in your head. The crown isn't just skill or luck. It's believing you deserve it, owning your space, and showing up like the absolute legend you are. So no more waiting for permission or perfect timing. Start practicing those power poses. Build your mental playlist and get ready to snatch that crown from those same winners. Because guess what? The game's been waiting for you all along.